On this week's show, something worth putting your Switch 2 down for as we time travel back to 1977 and the birth of Infocom, a company just as famous for putting weird free gifts into their boxes as creating the world's best text adventure games. Oh, Ella, who is me?
It's Jace at Retrogames.
Hello, how are you? Happy Friday. Welcome to the show. A little bit different. It is still what's on the table, but we're going to concentrate on one single company this week. Now that is odd, isn't it? Because we got a lovely collection from our old mate Gareth. Do you remember? We bought his collection maybe a year and a half ago. Oh, no, I've not picked a thing up yet, Gareth. I've been cheeky. So how does it feel getting rid of all this stuff, Gareth? Do you mind being on camera at all?
I don't mind being on camera.
No?
No, I got too much stuff over the years, so I'm just glad it's going to have some use to somebody who will buy it.
Still haven't got through it. We buy massive collections that come in and they just get sort of pushed to the back of the warehouse, and eventually bits and pieces will come out. And this is one such box. And it concentrates on one particular company, and that is the adventure. If you hate adventure games, don't worry, because there's more to Infocom than just plain text and point-and-click adventures. There's a lot more to it. So let's get started. Now, there's one thing that I know that you guys... I've been doing this show a long time, and I know there's one thing that you guys like better than all the other bits, and that's this.
Retro Facts.
Inspired by Will Crowther's legendary 1976 Colossal Cave adventure, computer science students Tim Anderson, Mark Blank, Dave Lelling and Bruce Daniels, all at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT, began creating Zork in 1977. Developed on the monstrous 1966 DEC PDP-10 mainframe computer, the game soon became popular throughout the campus. Quick to realise its potential, in 1979 these same students decided to create their own software company, and Infocom was born. Now, rather than program the game for different machines individually, Infocom created their own universal programming language, allowing them to release games for Apple II, PC, Atari and Commodore formats simultaneously. Released to glowing reviews in 1980, Zork would go on to spawn 5 proper sequels, with the series selling well over 500,000 copies. Brilliant writing and rich storytelling helped the company to grow, releasing a large library of text adventure games on a very broad range of subjects. From Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and travelling circuses, from Middle Eastern espionage to the leather goddesses of Phobos. Every game expertly crafted and packed with devious logic puzzles and just a sprinkling of tongue-in-cheek humour. Within 10 years, Infocom released a staggering 36 adventure titles, all for multiple formats, until they were bought out by Activision in 1989. While some franchises briefly lived on, Infocom struggled to keep up with the more sophisticated adventure games of the time. Point-and-click, dynamic icon systems, and even games with full audio speech led to many players turning away from the classic text adventures of old. Rather tragically, Activision decided to drop the brand altogether in 1992. So, the thing about adventures is they are not everyone's cup of tea, and that is understandable. They take brain power, and if you're into, shooting and fight, maze games, arcade action, you didn't necessarily even bother looking at adventure games in the old school 8-bit shops, or 16-bit shops. But if you were an adventure fan, it was like... that's the games that you would hunt down. That's the series you would go for. In Infocom, there is a stream of consciousness. They're written by various different programmers, but there's a sophistication and intelligence that runs through every Infocom game. Zork is probably the one that I experienced back in the Commodore 64 days, of Zork 1, 2 and 3, because they were actually published by Commodore rather than Infocom themselves. And yeah, they garnered a following. And they also had some great licenses too. So yes, not for everyone, I grant you, not for everyone, but there is something lavish and posh and exciting about Infocom as a company in particular. So let's start with this game.
What's on the table?
Balihoo! Yes! Balihoo. Now this is an old-time circus-based adventure game. Balihoo, a sucker is born every minute. P.T. Barnum. Yeah, a mystery set in an old-fashioned circus. I like that kind of theme. It's kind of spooky, isn't it? Old circuses and clowns and everything. Let's have a look at it. So there we have it. It's a thick box, as you would expect. This is an Apple II. Yes, Apple II version of Balihoo. And now let me just open it. So we have. They're all going to follow a similar format to these, like these grey boxed original Infocom releases. So you open the front, and then you've got the manual, which is lavish and colourful. It's usually a bit of a story, something like that. And then you get this. Oh, and you can already see exciting stuff. A little plastic box recessed inside the case to hold all the gumph. It's good for gumph. And you saw straight away it has got a balloon. There is a balloon. It does say travelling circus on. It's a bit stiff. I mean, balloon's gone stiff. I mean, that's just age. It's never been blown up. It's lovely that it's there. We've got this. It's kind of like an advert. Soothe all the ills. A wondrous curative guarantee. Dr. Nostrum's. A little postcard of like some fake medicine. What's this? A ticket. Yeah, we've got the actual travelling tickets, like stamped, curved at the top and the bottom. They're just the attention to detail on the inserts. We've got the disc. A bit of glue bleed. You do get glue bleed quite often on Infocom games. We've got a brochure. We're not going to go through. I know. Usually I go through every single brochure, but I'm not going to today. Open this if you need a hint. It's got the little hint folder. It's got the warranty, and it's got the brochure. Oh, and something else, a special Apple II boot guide. But yeah, a lovely thing. That is the first one. Balihoo. How much are we saying for that one then? Have a guess. Have a guess. You're wrong, it's this much.
Hey, I'll have some of that.
Commodore 64. We do like to have Commodore games on the show, and obviously Commodore Disc. I don't think I ever saw an Infocom game on the Commodore 64 released on cassette. They're always disc. Basically, the American games didn't change the packaging. I think they just shipped them exactly the same as they released them in the US. So they released them in the US in this format, and they just thought, well, we can sell that in the UK too. So they did. Here we go. There's the box. Again, same format. We open it up, and we get the booklet. It's got some, I don't know, the theme's like wizards and magic. Typical of very typical of adventure games. And here we go. What is in there? You saw it. Yes. It's all about the freebies. We've got a stone. It's not a stone actually. It's plastic. It's plastic. It looks like a stone, but it's made of plastic. There was probably some issue with. I mean, if you saw this on its own, you wouldn't know it was a rare gaming collectible, would you? It's not branded in any way. It literally is a stone, a rune. Maybe they got, no, runes have usually got. So again, we've got the glue bleed on the label. What else is in here? We've got a special delivery letter with a stamp on. It's been opened. Oh, it looks a bit. Oh my God! Deliver the magic stone to me before moon sets, or you'll never see your cat again. That's from the evil one.
Would you like to find out what's inside my special pocket?
Can you imagine? They had a team of people sitting around thinking, what can we make to go in this game? What's going to cheer them up? Well, you know, it's interesting. But I don't think the stone wouldn't have made me buy the game. Think, oh, it's got a free stone in there. I'll buy that one. And we've got a fold-out map of the game area, postal zones, Festeron, Antaria, and vicinity. Lovely. Yeah. So that is Wishbringer for the Commodore 64 on disc. Now, Commodore 64 games, highly collectible. It's got the stone. What are you thinking on the value of that one? What are you thinking? Is it this much?
Oh, for God's sake, move on, mate.
Planetfall! Now again, this is for Commodore 64 disc. And look at that, it's quite beautiful, that artwork. Let's just go slow. Oh, look, very lovely. There's a bucket and a mop. It's a spaceman with a bucket and a mop. Stellar Patrol, it's not just a job, it's an adventure. It's someone aspirational to be a star pilot, but they're just a janitor on a spaceship. I mean, it's a great story idea. Yeah, we've got the glossy book. Learn valuable skills and explore the galaxy. Really pretty manual. Yeah, loads of stuff in there. And then what's in the pouch? What have we got in this one? What have we got? We've got more stuff sealed in there to show you.
Now, you are probably thinking, where's the gameplay, Jace? You always show us the games.
Well, this is Planetfall, and it is a prime example of an Infocom game. These really are just text adventures. No graphics, just text, just typing. So not the most fun thing to put on the show. I mean, maybe if we went through a game together and tried to crack the clues, but that's really not what this channel is about. Perhaps if you appreciate that all the games look very much like this one, then you'll realise that all those freebies, all those glossy boxes, all that imagery is to conjure something which some of us just don't have very much of. What is it? A good imagination. Okay, we've got a postcard, and you know I love postcards in games. Shall we use it? Look at that, hello, from historic Ramos 2. And here's a proper postcard, you can use it, there is a fixed stamp there. Very nice. Is this another postcard? Yes. What does it say? Nebulon. Home of the worm people. Again, proper postcard. Greetings from Arcadia 3. They are a lovely set of postcards, aren't they? They are a lovely set. Very nice. That's the thing about these games. With all the freebies, it just makes them extra special. It makes all the difference. That's why they're so expensive. If you're guessing the price yet. Now, what else is in it? What about this? A laminated pass card. Your Stellar Patrol card. Beautiful. It's got, I don't know if you can read that. Maybe I can try and pay for my petrol with that. Maybe. What else we got? We got a Union guide. Some pages. That's nice. And then we've got the disc. We've got the disc. No glue bleed on that one. What do you think? What do you think? What's Planetfall worth for the Commodore 64 disc by Infocom? This much. Hey. If you think these prices are a bit alarming, imagine poor Gareth, who sold us his collection. Only just got it on the site. Yeah, he's going to be sitting there hating me. He's going to be hating. Oh, I should have kept those. Should have kept that. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, Gareth. I'm sorry. They were the cream of your collection. Yeah, and yeah, it's lovely to have a whole show about them. I hope there are no hard feelings about the values. I don't even remember what I paid for them now. It's so long ago. Anyway, moving on. Still Commodore 64, Starcross. Now you might have heard of this one. This is quite a famous game. The challenge was issued eons ago from light years away, and only you can meet it. Starcross. Let's have a look at the back. They're very typical of the back. Yeah, they're very plain. They're just lots of text on the back. There we go. Oh, look at that. It's like silver, shiny. A shiny booklet. Again, all beautiful planet pictures. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a manual. It's a manual. What's in there? What's in there? We've got the laminated box. Let's open it up. Okay, we've got something that unfolds. Let's go. Registration written in pencil. That really looks like it's written in pencil. Maybe it actually is someone's pencil they've written on it. It's the map. It's the game map, and there it is. Yeah, very dull. Agreed. Very. Stop fast forward. You fast forward it. No, don't fast forward. There's got to be something good in here. We've got the Commodore 64 +4 guide, because it also came out for +4. I know. Not many things did. Open this if you need a hint. Something else that folds out. No balloon. Nothing as exciting as that balloon. It's a bigger map. An even bigger map. Yeah. MCS Starcross. So it's got two maps, and that is about it. No miniature spaceship, no branded cigarette lighter, nothing that you really want. So I wonder if this one might be a bit cheaper. Let's see. How much do you think Starcross on the Commodore 64 disc is worth? Wrong. It's that much.
Now, if you can tell me what's on the table.
Now we're back with the Apple II and Sea Stalker Dive into Deep Danger. Again, very plain on the back, but let's open it up for that glossy inner. Scimitar logbook. I think that's the underwater discovery vehicle that you pilot in the game. It's got some notes and some blueprints. You can suss it all out. And here we go. It hasn't got the lid. It hasn't got the plastic lid for the little pouch of goodies. We've got a fold-out, I don't know, is that an ocean bed map, possibly? Now we've got this. This is the info card decoder. It's like a little pouch with a screen, and this is an info card. Push that in, and then we can see some words. What does that say? Check the, and it's just a blank space. There's something else. Has the blank been sabotaged? Yeah, so I guess it's a way of getting hints. These are like very cool little hint cards, double-sided little hint cards, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. The only other thing in there is the disc with a little bit of glue bleed on the label. So how much do you think Stalker is worth? I remember the title, see? No! This much!
I don't want some of that.
Okay, let's speed things up a bit because there's quite a bit to get through. This is for the IBM PC, and there's a lot of PC collectors out there, and you know, floppy disk games particularly are getting very high value. Bear that in mind. This is Deadline. That's another game that did come out in lots of other formats, including coming out on Commodore's own branded label. But yeah, this is the original Infocom release. It's like some sort of binder thing for the manual. It's like some sort of, I don't know, police file. We've got the, oh my goodness, there's stuff in this one. Let's have a look. Tablets found near the body, and there's some tablets. They look like fizzers, don't they, from back in the day. A crime photo. Now this is ahead of its time. This a crime photo. We've got the shape where he's fallen off his chair. Was this the autopsy? We've got the autopsy report. Yeah, that's nice. A letter to the chief of detectives. Yeah, that's very nice. Then all the normal stuff. We've got the brochure, we've got the disc, we've got the MS-DOS guide. Fill this out, and then the tips thing. So, what do you reckon? Nice one. That was very, very nice condition, particularly nice condition, that one. How much do you think on the PC for Deadline? This much.
What's on the table?
Cutthroats, like Sea Stalker, another underwater game. This one for the Apple II. Let's show you. Yeah, it's got a kind of a photo. It's a bit rubbish when it's a photo, but it is taken underwater. Interactive fiction. That's what it is. Interactive fiction. There you go. True tales of adventure. A diving adventure. Yeah, we've got the booklet. And what's in here? Again, no plastic cover for this. It seems to be some sort of book, some sort of journal. About shipwrecks, you're hunting for treasure. Oh, and there's some more stuff in there, so it folds out with a map of the seabed. We've got like a booklet. What else is in here? Outfitters International Fall Winter Supplemental Price List. I guess this is something to do. There's some tips in there, I'd say, some hints. And then we've got the disc, and we've got the Apple II loading guide, and that is all in that one. How much do you think for Cutthroats on the Apple II?
Are you still pretending to like video games?
Zork Trilogy. This is very, very sought after for the Commodore 64 disc. A little clue. Zorg Trilogy. I said that these were released individually by Commodore themselves, but the Zork Trilogy did also come out directly from Infocom. You've got the book. Classic adventure series. Is it comedy? It's slightly comedy, adventure. And we'll get excited. You saw a little glimpse of what's in this, didn't you? Yes, there is a coin. We like it when there's a free coin. It's still sealed in the bag. It's still sealed in the bag. It's like a Bronze Age kind of coin. Can't really get much detail on the camera with this because it's in the plastic. In Phobos we trust. And on the other side, Bellwit the Flat. Okay, it's a very nice, heavy coin, bronze coin. Okay, what else we've got? We've got the discs. Yeah, we've got the disc, we've got the passport. Is that Zork 1? Oh, Zork 2 is on the back. So that's Zork 2 on that side, Zork 1 on that side. So there is only 2 discs. We've got the Commodore 64 loading guide. That is boring. We've got something that folds out. We like to fold things out. There is the map. There is a share certificate in Phobos Co. International. A shareholder's letter. A flyer for Grey Slopes, the Great Underworld Empire's Winter Wonderland. And another flyer for Bosbaland. Yeah, brilliant places you can go in the game. And this passport is a brochure of other Infocom games, because they made a lot of games, as you might have noticed. So what do you reckon? I said it was rare. For the Commodore 64, Infocom Trilogy, what do you reckon? That much! Bureaucracy. Now this is a special one because it is written by Douglas Adams, the guy who wrote Hitchhiker's Guide. If you're into your sci-fi, you would already know that. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful condition. It's a bit boring though. That doesn't. I mean, it's a bit of a boring cover. You know, you're ready to move. It's about banking. And there we go. Oh, we've got the box. What's in here? What's in here? So this is another Apple II game. We've got the disc. We've got the passport. We've got a very, very thin. I don't know if you can pick that up. It's going out of focus. A very thin pencil. I mean, it's a strange fruit. That's the thinnest pencil I've ever seen in my life. And if there's one thing that gets me excited about video games, it's when you find an incredibly thin pencil. I mean, that is. I've had a lot of pencils free in games, but this one, oh, beautiful. What else? We've got a letter, fold-out letter there from Happy Tech. We've got a registration card, an application for a better Visa card, that's like a credit card application form, and a fake mini magazine, Popular Paranoia. Oh, it actually folds out, it folds out. Yeah, Popular Paranoia. Oh, it's a magazine with proper perspective. Yeah, very nice. So that's all the inserts. How much do you think that one's worth? Remember the pencil? Ting!
Everybody's getting bored.
Suspended. Now another one that Commodore released themselves, but this is the Apple II version. Suspended. A cryogenic nightmare. Could happen to all of us. When we're all going to wake up one day, we're going to be in some vacuum-packed tube. We're going to be in some tube in some massive hall like on the Matrix. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible. This was all an elaborate dream. Your entire game in history was imagined. Who knew? What a brain we've got. Yeah, there's the booklet. Yeah, loads of it. There's no lid in this one. But again, Apple II, very hard to find games for Apple II, especially in the UK. Not much in there, not much in there. Just this fold-out glossy map. I think it's a map. Yeah, it's a map. Yeah, so it's just got that in there, and the disc, and the manual as well. It's all built in. Suspended. It's worth that much. Now here's one of the most famous games ever released on the Infocom label, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Don't panic, it's the Commodore 64 disc version. Of course, again, Douglas Adams, legendary mainly on the radio. It really took off on the radio, but then it was a TV series, and then it's been a movie, and you know, it goes on and on. It was brilliant. The late Peter Jones is the voice of the book.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is the only book in the whole of the known universe to have the words "Don't Panic" inscribed in large, friendly letters on the cover.
Will forever be logged in my memory bank. I'm sure for a lot of you, there's a lot of very special memories involving Hitchhiker's Guide, both on TV or the radio. Now, this has got classic freebies. If you know about this game, you know it's got loads of great stuff. It's got the Don't Panic badge, and you'll recognise that if you've ever watched the series. It's got the blacked out sunglasses, so you can't see what's going to happen. It's got the microscopic space fleet. That is just empty. It's so microscopic we cannot see it. We've got the space fluff. It's got the space fluff in a little bag. The original order for destruction, yeah, guaranteed. The reason why they have to destroy the Earth. A beautiful shiny space alien insert. And then all the normal bits, the disc, the Commodore loading guide, and the hint sheet. Yeah, classic game. Still highly sought after, even though, you know, it probably sold more than many Infocom games. It's just all there's such a cult following of Hitchhiker's Guide, and this is from the time. Yeah, bear that in mind when you're coming up with your value. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? If you're playing with someone else, good luck. What a crazy way to spend your life watching this rubbish. It is worth a staggering bing.
What's on the table?
Station Fall. Now, if you're starting to think, I've already seen that one. It just feels like that. We have not seen Station Fall. It's the sequel to Planetfall, but this is for the Macintosh. So we've had Apple II versions. This is the Apple Mac version, a really early Apple Mac release. Very pretty cover. Different design. This doesn't open the same way. It has a pull-out, look. Ooh, a pull-out box. Slightly different, a bit later. And let's pull it out. What the heck? We've got this. We've got a fabric patch, Lieutenant First Class. You'd look good, you know, go to Comic-Con with that stapled on your chest. We've got some official blueprints in here. There's loads of them. There's loads of blueprints. I mean, whoa, wow, there's a lot of reading material. A robot authorization form, the official technical manual, passport Infocom brochure, Apple Mac loading, the Infocom registration card, and the hints sheet, and a questionnaire about your satisfaction of the game. So yeah, very different. It's an early Apple Mac game. Bear that in mind. What you're thinking. 3.5-inch disc is on mine. I didn't show you that. It's on 3.5-inch disc, one disc. What do you reckon? How much for Station Fall? Infidel. Yes, this is a game for the PC. This one, I think it's about an expedition into Egypt. What are we going to get in here? Some sand? I hope so. I hope so. Some real desert sand. Maybe. I'm just going to have a look. So, what have we got? We've got the Infocom warranty. I don't understand if it's from Hotel America. And this is the letter that must have been in the envelope. Hotel Americain. We've got some ancient sort of, oh, look at this, some like kind of tracing paper. It's like transparent. Yeah, some notes, some hieroglyphs, hieroglyph Rhys Joneses. Let's have a look. It's there again, that made of that kind of tracing. When's the last time you used tracing paper? I've forgotten about it. Yeah, school is always tracing all things all the time. I bet nobody traces anything anymore. And then we've got the loading guide and the disc. Infidel, what do you reckon? Looks like quite a good one, doesn't it? Probably quite a fascinating story. What do you reckon the price? I think that's a bit low. It's this much.
Where's the Sega from?
Bored? Yeah, maybe I am. If I'm bored, God knows what you're like. Apple II, there's still more, I'm sorry about this. A Mind Forever Voyaging. I know if you're not into Infocom, you're thinking, this is enough, Jay, stop it. Why aren't we talking about other stuff? Get your Game Boy out. That's what my wife says. A Mind Forever Voyaging. This is kind of like a one person's trip through their own mentality, kind of a psychological adventure game. Again, this is for the Apple II. Let's have a look. There's very interesting booklet. It's got like adverts in, like a fake magazine. Lovely. And there we have the freebies. Let's see what we've got. We've got a Visit Rockville flyer with some adverts on the back. We've got the hints sheet. We've got the brochure. We've got the Apple II loading guide. And we've got a Prism Project facility spinning disc. And we have a picture of a pen. Now the one thing that we don't have in this one is the disc. Very hard to value this without the disc. How much for an empty box with some stuff in it? It's hard, isn't it? It's hard. I'd say this much. Moon Mist. Again for PC, but this one's in particularly lovely condition. Yeah, it's got a real gloss to it. Barely used, I would say. There we go. Legendary Ghosts of Cornwall. It's like a ghost story book. That's quite spooky, isn't it? Lovely. Very nice. Yeah, nice. Ghost stories are quite cool. This is getting me excited. This is pretty cool. Spooky adventure game. What's in there? There we go. Moon Mist in the little plastic. I can't see any physical items. I do like it when it gets a physical. Got the disc. Has got the disc, this one, which is a start. We've got the MS-DOS loader and the warranty. Okay, now we've got a letter. Someone's written a help letter. Please help get rid of their ghosts. More letters. It's like they're writing to Jim will fix it.
And a letter from Newlyn, Penzance, Cornwall. Dear Jim, I would like for you to fix it for me to meet Petula Clark.
A welcome to Tresillian Castle, home of the Tresillian family. Like a little brochure. And there's some mappage. A bit of mappage there. Oh, a transfer. It's like a window transfer, I think. These letters kind of glued on. I think you press that against something, it will come up. A moon mist, oh, that is quite nice. That is quite nice. Got some instructions on the other side. How to apply. It's an iron-on. It's an iron-on. You can make your own moon mist t-shirt. Very nice. And then we've got the obligatory brochure for Infocom games. So that is very nice. It's in fabulous condition. It's got that t-shirt iron-on transfer. It's got all those letters, the map. Oh, it looks like a good one, doesn't it? I'm going to value it at... it's worth this much.
So what is a video game?
Leather Goddesses of Phobos, like a comedy space game inspired by Hitchhiker's Guide, I'm sure it was. Yeah, another classic. This one's for the Atari ST XL. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, you'll remember this. It came out in lots of formats. It came out on Amiga, Atari ST, original Atari, Commodore 64, obviously PC and Apple Mac as well. It came out. They converted these games to a lot of formats, and you can see that it's like a old-fashioned space adventure comic, 3D comic. It's in 3D. Look at that, beautiful 3D comic in the front of this game. I'm hoping it's got the 3D glasses then. There is the disc. There are the official 3D glasses. I don't think this is going to work, but let's just see. Does it look more? I put the glasses over the page. No, absolutely pathetic. That's pathetic, Jace. What are you doing that for? We've got a little bit of a flyer, the secret catacombs and maps.
And this, of course, is the legendary Scratch and Sniff card. Now, we covered this recently. We did a little bit of a segment. It allows you to smell the game. Simply scratch the little circle when the game tells you to.
Atari loading guide and the registration. So yeah, a classic game. An Atari. Everyone loves Atari formats. Probably quite rare on the Atari. I don't know how much it's worth. Let's find out together. It's worth this much. Just a few more, just a few more. This is Witness. This is for the Atari ST. We're covering a lot of formats, all Infocom, but all different formats. The Witness is an unusual one. Somebody's going to take the Deep 6. I don't know, is it like a Hammer style, old style 1930s, 40s cop adventure game? Maybe it is. Yeah, you can tell. You know, was that Hammer? All those, was it called Hammer? Well, I think it was Detective Hammer. What are you on about, Joe? I don't know. There's a vague memory. Hammer Time, yeah, Hammer Time. I remember that. Yeah, yeah. This is all about that. And let's have a look. And there we've got the little wallet. What's in this one? Wake up. Okay, we've got the disc. Yes, we've got the loading guide. We've got the tips. We've got the registration. We've got the brochure. But we've got the fake newspaper inside. I do love it when they try to recreate news. Oh, look, that is very nice. That is. I don't want to unfold it because I'm going to damage it, but that is like a real 1930s style newspaper insert. Beautifully done. Feels like a newspaper. It's got that. It's got a smell. It's got a smell of old newspapers. Very nice. We've got a Western Union style kind of telegram. A small note from someone called Virginia. And a matchbook. A matchbook. Very dangerous. Real matches in there. It's got a little tip there, Chandler 1729. I like it. I like it. What a lovely little trinket as a tip for the game, I'm sure. Brass lantern matchbook. Can you imagine putting live matches in, you know, a PS5 game? Oh yeah, got a little bonus in there. It's got some actual matches. Yeah. Well, you can't send that through the post then. Different times. So very nice. Quite an unusual game, that one. How much do you think for the Atari ST? Bing! This is another one you think you will have seen already. Suspect, because you've seen Suspended, and it's a similar word. It's a similar word. This is for the Commodore 64 and the Plus 4 for the Commodore Plus 4. Yeah, it's an unusual one. It's unusual again in beautiful condition. Let's have a look. Murder and Modern Manners. I mean, the work that went into these. You know, all the writing, all the team. The team must have been huge. Making these games, and they must have been pretty successful to keep churning this many out, don't you think? Now, unusually, this one is actually cellophane sealed. So the pouch, I've taken the lid off, so it's got the lid. But underneath, this has never been opened, so the disc in there is absolutely mint. We can see there's like some sort of receipt thing, a business card. But yeah, it's never been used. It's brand new condition, so I can't show you all the bits and pieces inside, but as you can imagine, probably makes it more valuable. Do you think? Go on, get your guess in. How much? This much.
Aren't you bored too?
Lurking Horror. Now, one of the great ones, I'm sure this originally came with something really gruesome, bloody bandage or something like that, and it's not included in the box. This is the Atari ST version. It's got that great artwork, but it is the slipcase pull-out version. Yeah, what have we got? We've got a little laminated card. Got the ST loading guide. Goo at a glance, a guide for freshmen. Yeah, technical manual for Lurking Horror. It's a bit worn out. I don't know. It's a bit worn, yeah, a bit creased. And the disc, and that's all that's in that one. There's nothing gruesome. Usually there is a gruesome thing. I can't remember what it is. If I can remember what it is, that's usually in this game, I will put a picture of it there. Oh, it was that! Like I knew. Yeah, nothing else. And it's a bit, let's be honest, it is a bit squashy-washy. It is a bit squashy-washy, this one. How much for Lurking Horror then? Hollywood Hijinks. Now, this is, again, for Atari ST. And as you can, I don't know if you can see, can you see? This is factory sealed. This is a brand new, still never been opened, sealed Infocom Adventure. Oh my goodness. And it's quite a rare one anyway. It's quite a rare one. Probably, you know, it's a £100 game, even without being sealed. So have a think, what do you think? What's this going to go for? I mean, our prices are based on the going rate. We check loads of resources, not just our own previous sales, but also price charting, eBay sales. But these are true values. They're not just plucked out of the air. How much do you think? Sealed. Atari ST, what do you reckon? That much!
Here it comes, it's number one.
It's the last one, and it is a special one. It is the Enchanter Trilogy. Yes, this is an Infocom box set. Actually, look how wide it is. It's really wide. It's for the Commodore 64. It's very hard to find. 3 games in one. The Enchanter Trilogy set. Let's pull these 3 games out, and as you can see, they're in a lovely slipcase. You have Sorcerer, Spellbreaker, and Enchanter. And I think they were sold separately, but I don't think I've ever seen Spellbreaker on its own. They're all the same. They're all the same sort of style as all the individual games. They are the full games. Any interesting things in there? We've got lots of field guide to the creatures of Phobos in there, and Sorcerer, and there's Enchanter. It's got a lovely. Oh, let's get that out. Let's get it out. Just because of the seal, it's got a lovely old style, like King Henry VIII sealed document there. Beautiful, really nice. It's a lovely rare set. It's in immaculate condition. How much is this last game of the show? This last compilation game of the show going to be worth? Have any of you guys got this already? I mean, are you thinking, oh yeah, I hope that's gone up a bit? Probably has. It is worth, here we go, this much. Sorry, Gareth. Well, that was good. It was good, wasn't it? It's good to have something different. Yeah, I've always fascinated by those games. I don't think I could afford them at the time. They're always very expensive. They weren't really the kind of games I was looking for. I don't know. I think if you're an adventure game fan, then that's kind of what you looked for, and that's kind of what, oh, there's a new adventure. But if you were more of a, you know, a joystick waggler, a fire button presser, then yeah, maybe they're not the kind of games you would have looked for. But that's not to say that when you did play one, you didn't have a great time. And those games are a lot of fun. But anyway, it was great to show you all those lovely things and all those freebies. Until next time, happy retro gaming, retro gamers.
Retrogames says thank you for watching. Retrogames says thank you for watching.
If you enjoyed this, please check out last week's show when we covered rare sharp computers and some actual arcade games.